Hey, peace and love family. How you guys doing today? How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling out there? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing beautiful today. Today's a beautiful day. Enjoying it and loving it and loving it and enjoying it and loving it, enjoying it and loving it, enjoying it. Hey, feet first on the ground. Right, feet first on the ground. Anyway, how you guys doing? So today I want to get into displacement, right? Because this is something that we're seeing so much in this time right now, right? And this is like a psychological thing that we're seeing play out in so many ways in this country. Not even in this country, just as people in this world right now, right? So first, to talk about displacement, we have to first understand what is displacement, right? Before I go into this, right? What is displacement? What's a very easy way to picture displacement, right? So the easiest way to picture displacement is, let's say you're at a playground, right? You're at a playground, you're watching kids play, right? At this playground, there's second graders, there's first graders, and there's kindergartners, right? So all three of these age groups are playing, right? So naturally, the second graders are bigger than the first graders, right? And then the first graders are bigger than the second graders. Now, let's say there's a bully in the second grade, right? So the bully in the second grade decides to pick on the medium-sized, right? The medium-sized first grader, right? Now, once the bully picks on this first grader, the first grader knows he's too small to fight back against this bully. So what does he do? He now takes out his problem, his anxiety and anger, on another kindergartner who's smaller than him, right? So displacement is when I have a problem that comes from one place, I don't deal with this problem, however, I place that problem in another place to help me try and get over this, right? So what is a way that we use displacement? What is the way that displacement like kind of affects us, right? What are one of these ways? Well, to be honest, in this society, when you look at people over-identifying with the spirit, right? Have you ever noticed that there are a lot of people in like spiritual communities and things of this nature, right? Or even just your regular folk nowadays, like your common folk, because the thing is that now you're just people who aren't really like into spirituality and spiritual notions, kind of get it now, like, because there's so much of it going around. There's been so much spiritual hashtags going around for so long, right? So some people kind of like have these like spiritual understandings kind of like in their head already, right? So displacement is what I would say when people over-identify with the soul, right? And it's almost like they're over-identifying with the soul and they're completely denying the body. Most of the time, when you see people doing this, right, you see these spiritual beings who don't take care of their body, right? They don't take, like most of them, like most of America, right? Most of the world, right? They don't really take care of their body, right? So you see, as a guilt of that action, right? As a guilt of the fact that they don't take care of their body, they start to displace. They start to identify only with the spirit and want to identify only with the spirit, right? Because if I'm treating my body like shit, am I gonna want to identify with it? If I'm about to do like a painting, right? And I'm half asleep, I'm not really paying attention, and I just kind of draw this thing. Am I gonna want to bring that one out into the public and show everyone that? No, right? You're gonna want to show that one that you really focus on and pay attention and take your time and draw, right? We in this country suffer from displacement in so many ways, right? So many ways. You can look at displacement when we talk about like relations between like different cultures. You can talk about displacement and all these things because people are having problems within just like their own world, right? I look at it like in America, right? Today's 4th of July, right? Oh geez. So everyone wants to talk shit about America, everyone wants to talk shit about like different countries and things of that nature, but they displace all their problems on these different beings, right? On these different systems, on these different institutions, right? Because the individual in his own right, the individual being isn't doing enough and isn't doing anything to solve it in a sense. They're not doing things that make themselves more sovereign, right? So in order to displace themselves from coming to the realization that within their own life, right? Within our own lives, we still aren't getting it. We're still not making these strives that we really think that as humans we should be, right? but we're not making that strive. So we obviously displace our problems onto these systems. We displace some of our problems onto it. Now, are these systems set up in a corrupt way? Yes. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But when you look at the amount of people in this country, right? If anything, this last election showed you, right? The last election showed you because there were so many people who just didn't vote, right? How many people just did? So much percentage of the populace just didn't vote in the last election, right? You see, because they don't support the system. However, if that many people that didn't vote in the last election decide to band together and start to create communities, they start to create law, they start to create legislation, they start to band together and really make active changes, right? Change a community. Imagine if one town just got together, had a town hall meeting, everyone showed up, right? And everyone started to take part in figuring out their area, starting to plant gardens, starting to do these different things. There's ways that we can, within this country, if we just start to become accountable instead of displace things, we would be able to make these changes, but on a grassroots level. Because grassroots level is the way that we kind of need to change the country. A lot of this country's change, or a lot of this world's change, isn't going to come from major legislation. So we got to be mindful of that, right? These changes that we're looking for in society aren't coming from legislation. They're not going to come from a president. They're not going to come from a senator or governor, right? Most of these problems are going to come from being solved by people banding together and just doing what humans can do, which is anything, which is infinite possibility. You as a human are the eye. It's infinite possibility. It's just where you choose to channel that energy, right? So if we took more time channeling energy into growing our communities, all communities, human communities, right? That's the problem. Everyone wants to build a only specific community. I want to build with a melanated community. I want to build with the Hispanic community. I want to build with the white community. No. Just build with community in general, commune. Everyone's got things in common. We're all commonalities because all of us are feeling the same things at this point in time, right? Mental slavery, right? How many of us are dealing with mental slavery right now, right? Doing things that we don't love because we think we have to out of necessity, right? But we don't need these things. We create the fact that we need these because we're giving that our attention, right? It's all about taking the accountability. Once we can start taking accountability as a populace, right? And knowing that we can make grassroots changes, know that just being a community makes a change. We can start to do these things. We won't be subconsciously displacing so much. And that's what you see how we're doing things. Everyone has someone or something to blame first. The only way that you're gonna ascend and you're gonna grow in your spiritual path is to first take accountability first. Because once you take accountability, then you start to outline your life in ways that allow you to express your truth, right? Because when you displace and you're trying to live a truth, you're always gonna give yourself an excuse why you can't do it. Someone's stopping you. This situation isn't right. This and this and this and this. However, once you just start looking at the fact like, yo, I take accountability for all this because all this is me, right? I have all the power to change my destiny and change my reality. It's just on me focusing and channeling my energy into that. It's on me paying attention and knowing the truth and then following it. These are things that we have trouble with in society, right? Because we're all trying to do things and we're all waiting for someone to help us, right? That's why sometimes these religions get us off kilter, right? Because we're waiting for the savior. We're waiting for this person. We're waiting for the president. We're waiting. But when are we going to start to do things, right? Right? When am I going to start to see community action boards? When am I going to start to see communities getting together and doing things? Right? When are we going to start to do that? Once we start to do that, we build and grow. We start to change reality. Right? When is someone going to go to school for electrical engineering, come out and not want to go work for National Grid? When is someone going to go to school for electrical engineering, want to create like some kind of perpetual motion device that creates electricity, right? And then just chill and then give it out for free, knowing that if we give free electricity, we free the world up. When are we going to do these type of things? When are we going to start thinking on levels in society that are going to build us as a community, right? And hold us ourselves accountable for things, right? Because there's so many educated people within our society, but there's so many problems that we deal with that you don't think educated people are behind, right? How do we not have renewable energy? Yet we have so many people who are electrical engineers in this country, right? How does that not happen, right? Why is it that we have so many nutritionists in this country but people aren't healthy? Why is it that we have so many doctors? Why is it that we have so many, why do we have so much of this but there's no real like actual way that we can see that it's a communal thing? And when I say communal, people get worried like they're always gonna have to share things with people. No, 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 no. You always have to share things with everyone, right? But you can still have your personal space and still be a communal system, right? We just gotta put our value properly. See, we displace our value. Displacement comes from everything. Like, we're gonna sit here and be like, oh my God, these sneakers are so expensive. But then we forget that like all of us are paying money and buying these things, right? Food is so expensive, but we're paying to buy it instead of trying to grow it. We're doing all these things, so it's displacement, right? We cause these problems by displacing the accountability. Just like someone would be like, hey, they hear that eating healthy is expensive, right? So they'll come to me and be like, Matt, eating healthy is expensive. I'll be like, okay, so is drinking. So is drinking alcohol. So is smoking weed. So is driving around, right? So is going on vacation. But you see people go on vacations 3 times a year. You'll see people go out for drinks every single weekend. You'll see people smoke weed every single day. You'll see people do drugs. You see people do all these different things. You see people buy clothes all the time, right? But when they say, yo, when I tell someone, yo, eat healthy, they're like, oh, that's expensive. Because you're displacing. You're displacing the fact that your values and your morals and principles aren't in the right place. So now the food's gotta be expensive, not the fact that my money and my prioritizing of my money is off, right? We gotta take accountability. Once we start to take accountability as a community, right, as a society, then we grow. We'll grow in ways unimaginable to most people today because we're so pigeonholed in the fact of displacement that we don't understand what it means to take true divine accountability. When I say true divine accountability, I mean taking accountability and not wanting to be superior, just wanting to be in tune, right? Because the problem with our side is every time someone creates something, every time we come up with this breaking new advance, we come up with this new technology, we come up with all these different things, someone tries to make themselves superior because they came up with it. When yes, you will be you will be held with reverence, right? If someone was to create a perpetual motion device and give out free electricity to people, one that could generate enough to, I don't know, even give energy to like a small community. Someone creates that, right? People will be honored with reverence, right? Just for the fact that they do that. You'll already be considered a superior being just for doing that. You don't have to now place that energy out there or want that energy because you'll get it if you do it in a pure good way. Look at every person within our history, right? So many people in our history. We watch these people in our history who did these things out of the pureness of their heart. They did these things for the betterment of society, right? Did they really have to spend time wanting to be glorified and held accountable and fit and like pumped up for their like amazing deeds? No, they never had to do that. They never had to worry about that because it naturally comes with the territory. When you do something that's really great and you do something that's beautiful and you help people, right? There's always a big community of people that are gonna love you and support you and hold you on high, right? But that's what all we need to look for. We need to stop waiting for money. We need to stop waiting for people to give us this like, oh, I'm proud of you, or oh, you're such a great person for this, and oh, you just need to do it first for the fact that that's what should be done, right? What should we be doing as humans right now? If we have renewable energy, should we still be going on these fossil fuels and old arcane energy systems, right? If we know what healthy food is and healthy dieting is, should we still be eating McDonald's and things like that? If we just did some of the things that we should just naturally do, right? Instead of always trying to fight it with our subjectivity, right? Cravings, right? People care too much about their cravings, right? I crave this, I crave that. It's a displacement. Cravings don't mean shit. Cravings don't mean anything. If you're morally and principally strong, you could crave anything, but morally and principally you still stay strong, right? People be like, oh, I was craving it for so long, so I just had to. No, you didn't have to. That's a displacement. You can crave anything. That doesn't mean it's a good thing, right? Everyone's got mad at some point in your life and thought about like doing something that was completely irrational, right? Just because you're mad, that doesn't mean it's okay for you to do something, right? Oh yeah, you can make the excuse, quote unquote, but does that mean it's right? Right? Does that mean it's right? No. No. That's why whenever you do that, you make an excuse, someone's always going to hold you accountable, and it's going to like really come back to bite you in the ass. That's why karma is the way it is, because you always get held accountable, right? If I eat like shit my whole life, my body's going to have a response to that, because it's going to get held accountable at some point. So the more we as like a community keep trying to displace things, right? The more we destroy the body and try and just only identify with the spirit, right? The more we destroy the environment and only trying to identify with our fabricated environment, the more we destroy value and only try and identify with perceived value and not actual value, right? The more we destroy the idea of humanity, right? And start to create and give power to this thing of nationality, we're gonna destroy who we are as people, right? But we're gonna get held accountable. That's what war is. That's what sickness is. That's what plague is. That's what all these civil issues are. That's what societal issues are. That's us being held accountable for our actions. You'll always be held accountable for your actions, no matter how much you displace it, no matter how much you don't identify with your body and you identify with your spirit. If I treat my body wrong, if I start doing things against my body, I will always be held accountable for what I'm doing. Always. But people think they can get out of it. Some people in spiritual communities think, no, I'm only my spirit, I'm not my body. So they do all these horrible things to their body, and they create guilt on their body to the point where they can't even identify with their body if they wanted to, because they're out of tune with it. We have to start to get back in tune with things, and that first starts by becoming accountable, by knowing what you should do and trying to do it, by banding together as communities and taking steps, right? Anyone can plant a seed in the ground, right? Anyone can put a seed in the ground where fruit will grow and leave it. We don't need to farm everything. If being in the tropics or being in the wilderness shows you anything, is that farming isn't always necessary. You just got to put the seed in the right soil. I don't got to do so much. I don't got to have irrigation systems. I don't got to have all these crazy things. I don't need that. All I need to do is just place these things in the ground and wait. And know that that's how the universe works. When I plant the seed, something pops up. Just like when you plant seeds in your own mind, right? Just like how you became conscious. You became conscious because seeds were planted and they just grew. Some of us, seeds were planted way long ago, right? And then all of a sudden one day we just realized that plant. The plant finally flowered, it finally blossomed, it finally bore fruit within us, right? But we don't need to be so controlling on that. We don't need to always have to be so hands-on, right? That's what the farming system is, right? It's man being too hands-on, right? It's we're displacing, we're trying to over control. Allow yourself to step back. Allow yourself to look at things how they are, right? Allow yourself to take accountability for things. And know that once I take accountability for an action, even if it was wrong, even if it was bad, the second I take accountability, I can heal and take a step forward. I can then let go, right? But if I'm always holding something against someone, right? If I always think America is the reason why I'm fucked up, right? Then I'm never gonna be able to take a step forward, because I'll never be able to see what it is that I did to let America hold me back. What did I do to allow this person to hurt me? What did I do, right? What did I do to put myself in this position? And once I get to that point in my life, once I get to the point where I can say, yo, it was me first, then these things, it was me first that allowed these things to happen. It was me first that allowed myself to be in the position for that to happen. It was me first. Once we do that, then we can heal. Then we can start doing what we should do and what we could do, right? But you'll never know that if it's always what they did, what they're doing to me, right? I'll never be able to just bring into that one term. So that's why, as a community, we need to start to really get together. Get together. If you're an electrical engineer, right? If you're an electrical engineer, start to take your time at your house. Take your time. Take your time and create something that creates renewable energy. First. Once you get out of college, right? Go to your graduation party. Get your graduation money, right? Get your graduation money once you go to school for electrical engineering, right? Take your graduation money, go buy supplies and create a renewable energy system. Create a perpetual motion system. Then give it away. Then just give it away. Give it to the people. Give it to the greater good, right? Give it to the greater good, because you know it'll be worth it. You'll be held with reverence. You'll always be taken care of if you really do something great and you give it away. The problem is, some of these people, they create these things, they create these inventions, but then they go look for funding. But who do they look for funding from? GE. They look for funding from all these different people. They look for funding from all these corporate interests. That's why they end up getting shut down, right? If you create a renewable energy system, if you create a perpetual motion system that can give people free energy, and you're an electrical engineer, go to a community. Go to a community meeting, go to a town hall meeting, show them what you have, right? Show them what you could do for them. Show them what you'll give them. All they have to do is all they have to do is pool money together and pay for the supplies, and you know that you can do the rest. Give to them. I guarantee you, every time you ever go back into that community, you'll never need to worry about eating. You'll never need to worry about a place to stay. Because when you really do something good and pure for someone, it always works out for you. You always find the good, right? You always get taken care of. You know, you'll find you'll never go without, right? Because allow your thought and intention to be pure, right? Allow your thought and intention to be pure, and that's hard, right? Because that's something that I still struggle with. I can't sit here and say that I don't have problems with these things. I do, right? I do. Because that's the nature of society. You see so much of these things that they're subconscious reminders, right? But that's not it, right? Once I know that, okay, society's giving me subconscious reminders to always add like a little bit of impurity to my thoughts, right? Because that's the nature of money, right? And selling things and always having to try and get this like fake perceived value, right? This paper for what you do, right? That's a societal thing. Society kind of sets your subconscious for that, right? But once you know that, it's you to take accountability for that and now start to alter your subconscious, right? Start to change. Start to change things up, right? Start to change things up. If you're someone and you're a real estate investor, or you invest in land and property, right? And you buy 100 acres of land. Stop trying to make all these square houses on it and then charge people hundreds of thousands of dollars to get there. Why can't we figure out how to use sustainable products, cheaper products, and then just give people homes? Like everyone deserves a shelter. Everyone deserves shelter. We know that this earth realm is our home. No one is homeless, right? We have people out here without shelter. We have people out here that, because of their viewpoints, right? Because of their viewpoints, how is it that some people, like when you look at indigenous tribes, technically they're quote unquote homeless, but you have homeless people who live in a certain way because their mindset, their conceptual understanding of the realm doesn't allow for them to be free, right? Because you'll see a homeless person, they have all the time in the world, they can go anywhere, they can move anywhere, they got 2 legs, but they'll sit on a street corner and wait for money so that they can stay within that area that they know isn't conducive for them. Now, is homelessness, there's some facts where homelessness is bad, all this, I understand that, I agree with that, but we can't displace it either. We can't displace it either. There are people who live in different areas of the world, different communities. If you're someone who doesn't fuck with this system, get to a system that you can inhabit. Get to a more natural system. Get away from some of these things, right? Take accountability. Take accountability. I get it. Trust me. I don't like this. I know July 4th, man. It's crazy. It's a reminder that so many people are celebrating nationality. It doesn't make sense. But we don't celebrate life, and we don't celebrate each other with reverence, right? We don't celebrate each other with reverence, right? But we'll all go out and get drunk and celebrate the United States, right? We'll have race. We have not racist, because there's no such thing as race. There's only human beings, right? But we have culture. We have cultural issues, right? Everyone will have problems with other cultures and people, right? But we'll celebrate America. We'll celebrate America. We won't celebrate each other's cultures, but we'll celebrate America. Right? Think about it. What's up? So think about it. Right? Think about it. What are you doing today? Are you grounded? How are you expressing you today? That was just a quick talk, right? Don't displace. Take accountability. Take accountability and watch your growth. Right? How are you getting in tune with yourself today? I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I love you all. I love you all. I love myself, right? Peace and love, family. Alright, let's do some affirmations. I am love. I am light. I am darkness. I am beauty. I am justice. I am truth. I'm everything. I'm nothing. I'm nature. I'm nurture. I am God. I'm fractals. I am you. I'm Amadia. Right? Me saying this just reinsures and reassesses that you are. Because if I am, right, then you are. Because you are a reflection of me and I'm a reflection of you. But I love you. I love myself. Have a beautiful day. Make that change today. Be accountable. Peace.